Hello, this is Carolyn from Carolyn's Paper Therapy. Today we're going to continue on with, I believe it's step 7 of our putting together of our garden market journal using primarily the papers from My Porch Prints. I have no idea if I'm really totally ready because, as I told you the other day, I got a new standard poodle puppy, and he's amazing, but oh my goodness, I have really been chasing him around, and it takes me till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon to get myself put together and get him taken care of, and then in between times that I take him out, I have like 2 hours. So bear with me. I think I'm ready, and we'll go for a little while and see if we can get to the end of this. If not, I'll have to do one more. But what we're going to do today is we'll start out with this, what used to be a large junk mail envelope that I received information from my bank in. And as you can see, this side here we've already done. We folded it back and made a pocket, and we used the window for this cloche. And then on the inside of that, I did this last time with the envelope with the card inside and the little closure tab. This time we're gonna do the other side, front and back. And while this was all cut open, because I cut it to size, and there's my phone, we'll just let it ring. What I did was I rounded the corners, I inked around, and I glued the top and the bottom in order to make a pocket between the two pages. I also used the faint butterfly printed paper from the kit to cover the back side, the front and the back of this. I just cut it in half and then cut it to size, inked around it, and glued it on the front and back. I didn't think you would need to watch me do all that. Then I took my hole punch, I believe it's a 1 inch, and I punched out this little notch here so that we could see the tabs that are inside. So this is where we're going to start, and what I have come up with is an angle pocket, and this pocket is part of the kit. I thought that just looked beautiful together. So I will, this has been cut to fit the page, and I inked all the way around, and I will glue it down on the two sides and the bottom. My phone never rings until I sit down here to do something, and it was probably a spam call anyway. So we'll glue that down. And then I came up with some tags from our kit. This one is just a journal card with the neat truck selling the flowers from the back of the truck. So I just cut that out, rounded the edges, and inked it, and it will slide in the back. This one here is just a wide tag. I rounded the corners down here, inked it, punched my hole and inked around the hole, and I will add a ribbon to that later. So that'll go next. And then this little tag here, I'm going to add something on the front of it before I put it down in there. It'll go down in here too. And I used the book pages from the gardening book that I showed you before, and I just ripped a little piece like this that I'm going to glue on. I inked around the edges. Just glue that down, and then out of my word box I chose the word charming, and I'm going to put that right on there like that. And this will slip down right in the front, so we'll have the large one in the back. This one will have a ribbon on it, and I may not do that, tie that on there while we're doing the video, because you can see that later. And then this one in the front. And I decided that I would put another piece of book page on here. This one is about instructions on watering some kind of plant. And then this is just a piece of this butterfly paper that was left over that I cut and made into this will be a pocket. So I'll glue it down on 3 sides. So first I'm going to glue down this book page that's been inked all around. I love it when they're ripped like this because it gives a real vintage look and adds interest to the journal. I think it's good to pick up a few things from other than just what comes in the kit to express your own style. And this will be glued down on 3 sides, leaving the top open. This is just a little piece of our one of our papers that I had a little extra piece of cardstock that I cut and rounded the corners and inked to make a little journal card to go down in there. And then I decided to put some of the words that came in the kit on this pocket. And what we're going to do is put play in the dirt. I have a lady at church who loves to garden. She has flowers everywhere, and she used to tell me that she just wasn't happy unless she had dirt under her fingernails, and I always thought that was just a little bit crazy until I started gardening, and then I realized how fulfilling it is to dig in the dirt, plant seeds or flowers, and then watch them grow. And I don't really like to get dirt under my fingernails, so I wear gloves, but I get her point. That it is wonderful to work out in God's garden and reap the rewards of all that effort with all the beautiful colored flowers. It pays to get things ready ahead of time, and you can slow the video down or repeat it back and watch if you're trying to do something similar, but you don't need to copy what I'm doing. Just use it as an idea and then do your own thing. Now this, I felt like this needed something at the top, and I save all of my greeting cards, and I have kind of gone through and cut out pieces that I wanted. Some of them I just have the covers saved, but this was a saying on one of them that I really liked, and I cut it out a long time ago, and I'm going to use it right up here. It says, each day, a new beginning, each year, a more beautiful you. And so you can start saving your greeting cards if you don't already, because there's a lot of good artwork right on there that you can cut off and use in your journals. I started out making my own cards, and so that's when I started saving my greeting cards, so that I would have little pieces and parts that I could put on besides just what I was doing with my stamping. Okay, so that page is finished. And this is what I selected to go down in this pocket right here. This is another wide tag from the kit. And both of these I will probably put either a tab on or some lace or ribbon so that it sticks out the edges so they don't get lost down in here. And if I have time, I'll come back and do that. This was cut off of one of the full page designs where I used part of the top and bottom, and I cut it down to make a journal card. As you can see, it's printed with a stripe on the back like I did those pieces. So probably what I'll do is put some lace on one of these and ribbon on the other, and that will hang out the side of the journal. Okay, now we're going to work on the back side of this. And what I decided to do on that was use this piece that was originally designed to go on the edge of a page so there would be a pocket on each page, and I didn't have a place to use that. So I'm going to put this in here like this. I had to cut it down a little bit and use it as a belly band, and then we'll decorate the belly band. So we want to glue it at the top and bottom. And at the top part of this, I'm going to use one of our little pockets that was in the kit. I have folded it in and inked around the edges, and also inked in right in here. And so I'll glue this together, and then it will go right up here like this. I will glue it down right there. So first we'll glue it together. Then I'll put glue all over the back of it. Make sure that's pressed down really good. I have this beautiful butterfly sticker that I'm going to put on the front of it. I liked the boldness of the color. It just kind of accents the pastels and then brings out the butterfly. This is the tag I'm going to put down inside. I just inked around the edges on it. And then it has this It has this tab that I'm going to put at the top. And this time, I'm going to use the word summer, which was in the kit, to go on the little tab there. Right in that little box. And then I will glue this at the top of that tag so it can be pulled out easily and not missed altogether. Just like that. Any of these tags or journal cards can be written on the back. Oops. And this just slides right down in there. Then at the bottom here, I was just planning to use a piece of that book page and then some flowers across with my sticker. So I'll stick down this ripped up piece of a book page. I like that it's gardening book so that whatever words are showing kind of tie in with what we're doing here. And this says complete book of the garden. And my sticker, I chose the purple. I'll show you why in a minute. And what I've chosen to go in the belly band is this envelope that comes in the kit. You just cut it out and ink it and fold it, ready to go together. And I chose these purple flowers because of these lavender that's sticking out of that bouquet there. So let's glue this together. My puppy is being so good. He's right here at my feet. He's either in between my feet or laying on my feet or eating my shoelaces all day long, in between my legs as I try to walk. He's something else. Anyway, isn't that beautiful? And inside, I'm just going to tuck this little piece that came in the kit that folds in half into a little booklet. And that gives some room for journaling. And there's room in this envelope to put all sorts of things. If you have some pictures or seed packs or whatever you might want to put in there. And that's just going to slide right in here, like so. All right, so that's 2 pages and our pocket. And I think we have time to go ahead and start on this, the last 2 pages. Oh, there's another purple flower. Just a minute. I wanted to put this other purple flower down there. It disappeared on me. There we go. So we have a little bouquet. We can do like we did before and put a little ribbon there if we want to. That might be sweet. Put a little ribbon down here. Okay, the next 2 pages are the last 2 in the book. And they have the green stripe paper. So we'll work on this one first. And I chose to do another pocket with the angled pockets that came in the kit. So I just cut that out, rounded the corners at the bottom, inked it, and I will glue down the 2 sides and the bottom. I'm doing a lot of this work off camera just to save time. You know what to do as far as cutting things out and getting them ready to glue down. And I get my pieces and parts all figured out, and then get everything ready so that when I come on video, I can just show you how it goes. That saves us some time. And I don't really prefer to do it that way for myself. I'd rather go ahead and put it together as I go. But if I'm going to do a tutorial, I need to plan the page and then show you how to put it together. Okay. Now this is a page that was printed in the kit where there were 2 side by side, and it was much too large to use as a journal card. So I cut it down, and I actually had to cut a little bit off of my truck there, but I still think it's beautiful. So I cut it down until it would go down in this pocket and rounded the edges and inked them, and I hope it'll go down in there. If it doesn't, I'll give it one more trim, and I may have to do that. Let me go ahead and trim it one more time. I'll come back and ink it later. You don't have to sit and watch me do that. Shoot. Sometimes that will help to use your bone folder like that to kind of open up the pocket. I'll get it in there, and then I'll come back later and fix it so that it slides in and out easy. Anyway, so there's that. The next thing I chose was there were 2 of these lined pages with the flowers, and they're blank on the inside, and they're made to be folded in half and made into a little booklet. And I decided to just fold them in half and put them in there like this, so they can be used any way that the person who receives the journal, they can be used any way they want to. And then I just love this bicycle with the flowers in the basket on the back and in the front. I had a bicycle that I was gonna keep, and I have a little shop around the corner where I just have a place that I can do some work and things, and I was going to ride my little bicycle back and forth, and I had a basket on the back and the front like that, but I wasn't steady on it enough to keep it, so I don't have that, but that looks exactly like I wanted it to look. This is a journal card and fits really nice down in there. So that's all I've done on that page. You can add more cheesecloth, ribbons, flowers, sayings. This is all I did on this page for now. And the last page will be on the inside of the back cover. Usually on the back cover, I just write the name of the journal and then Made with Love and my name. I may do something else back here, and I've got that fabric, remember, we were going to wrap around. So today we'll just do this page. And what I decided to do was use one of my wide tags that I had made with the wide tag with the pockets that we did in step 1. But this is another bunch of them that I did, and I'll just show you right quick what I did here. A lot of the things here aren't even from this kit, but the 2 pockets and the wide tag are from this kit. So what I did was I decided to use all 3 pieces that coordinated with the same pink lace. I had this little strip of music from a music journal kit that I had, and I used a purple butterfly sticker. This is some, the lace, I think I told you I ordered a table runner that was very inexpensive of this fine lace, and I'll never need any more because there's a lot of lace there. So I glued that down, and then I had found these little oval pieces that someone had designed to be able to put in jewelry or whatever, and I thought they would be so sweet on things like this. And I've used little garden girls and women drinking tea, and this one happens to be a beautiful white cat. So I cut that and put it on there. This is out of my box of sayings. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Audrey Hepburn said that. And I put some bling on there. These pieces were from excuse me, freebies that were online. I think they may have been on happiness and crafting, I'm not sure. But I just used them to tuck in here. Tied my pretty ribbon on there. And I have done some of these where I just glued down the 3 sides and then had another pocket at the top. I'm not going to do that on this. I'm going to glue this completely down on this last page. So we learned how to do these in step 1. If you didn't see that, you might want to go back and take a look at it. It's pretty straightforward. It just has some ideas on different ways to decorate the tags. It's nice to have these things already made up, and then you can just glue them right down without having to make something else new. It helps to try to get them straight too. Oh, I think I got that down good. Now this is some sayings that I bought, and I honestly, I'll have to go back and see where I got these. But isn't that pretty? It looks like it's clipped on. And I'm gonna glue it on there at an angle like that, sort of like it's clipped to the top of the page. It says plant kindness, harvest love. This is not from this kit, it's from a kit that just had words, I believe. I'm gonna put it up there like it's got a paper clip holding it on there. The colors are just perfect for what we've done in this journal. On this page right here, I wanted to put a word of some kind on there, and I found the word laughter. So I'm going to glue that on there. I encourage you to, anytime you have a digital kit that has words in it, print them out and use them with that kit, but also print out some more so that you'll have more to draw from as you do your different journals. It's always fun to add words. So there's our journal. It's completed. I have just a few little added touches here and there that I can do. And so it is think I got it in order here. It is complete. Now, this is what I said. It has come out pretty fat because I have this portfolio in the center of it. And I need to decide whether to pull that out and let it stand alone, and then have this as my journal, which I think is what I'm going to do, because we still have some ribbons to put in here and all, and this is a really nice standalone gift. And all of this was made from the same digital kit with a few little additional things that I added along the way. So I'm going to pull this portfolio out and have it separate, and this will be our journal. So I'm going to go back through here and just add some bling and ribbons and lace in various places. I'm going to sew it together. I'm still thinking I may use this fabric to kind of have a binding on the edge, and maybe some lace too. There's room in here to put lace to stick out the sides, maybe a pear hook with some little dangly stuff on it. So what I intend to do is, this will be the last of the tutorials, and then I will completely finish up both pieces, and I'll come back with just a flip through video, and that will be so that you can see, if you followed this all the way through, any additional things that I've done to the pages. It will show it bound, it will show it tied, or however I'm going to close it. And if you are someone who did not watch all the videos for the how-to, it'll just let you see what could be made from the My Porch Prints Garden Market digital kit. So there's so many great ideas in here, and this was so fun to share with you, and I appreciate the fact that there were some people who asked me to do this. So I'll try to do something like this again. I think the next thing I'm going to do, though, is some more smaller items that can be made ahead. I have got some really cute kits and ideas that I'll do, and what I'll do is I'll do several of them, and then I'll do one on the video that shows how I put it together. So I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. This is the first time I've done a complete journal as a tutorial. And so we'll see how it works out to do it again. If my puppy will let me, I'll come in here and work for a couple hours or more a day. So always remember, every day's a gift. No matter what's going on, there's always joy to be found. And when you find it, be sure and share it with others. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to reach out to other people. Don't be afraid to share your gifts. Everything should be done with love and understanding and caring for each other. And if we all would do our part, we could maybe live in this world in peace. So until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.